Select your character. Thanks.
Welcome back to Disco Elysium. It's been, months. Last time I played it, I think it was on I don't know if it was a charity one, or it might be just one of my long streams. But we broke into this container because we can. I did scum load it just to scum load it just to sort of get in it because I wanted to show it off to Brosaurus. But yeah, we're back here, and we're going to continue now because I think we just gotten money off this guy.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Although you cannot see his face, you can tell he's smiling warmly. If my audio sounds a bit off today, my microphone's playing up. I've literally had to use because my headphone's not working properly. Well, not my headphones, the headphone port's not working. I need to get in the cable. So I'm having to pry something between it just to try and get it to not break even more. So if the audio sounds like a tiny bit off, it's because of that. I've got mutton chops. I tried to put mutton chops on the other time. Kind of worked. How did you become so rich?
Oh Lord, not this again.
What's the matter
Oh,
again?
nothing. It's just that we've got this murder to solve, and yet you go around asking everyone about money. And every time I ask, are you sure this is related to the case, you say, sure, Kim, I think it is.
Yeah, because it is.
And yet, it never seems to get us any closer to solving the case.
It's quite alright. I'm used to the question by now. To be blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Graft.
I'm not sure if we're going to do a half hour or an hour. I'm going to see what works better. If it only works as like a longer recording, I'll do a longer one. But if it works out it works for like half an hour, I'll do half an hour one. That way I can have more episodes out as well.
All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy. I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level.
I should read the me bits. What's it like being an extremely high net worth individual?
But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what. Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really.
You're right, capitalism. You were working our asses off while you chill hit. Nah, it's not. Yeah, that one.
Sure. And they benefit when I buy things to stimulate the economy. Do you know how many jobs it takes to build and maintain a racing yacht?
Thousands.
Dozens, at least. Of course, in the future, it will all be automated. But my point is this.
He says, jabbing his finger into the air a bit.
Every man gets what he earns. It's the height of tyranny to take that from him.
Man, being a high net worth individual sounds great.
It is truly. It's almost entirely carefree. It really gives you time to better yourself spiritually.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
There's something strange about
What do you mean?
His essence seems to signify actual pet surprise. Well, I don't know how to put it, but you look a bit somehow different.
Are you talking about my chin?
No. I mean, I can't even see you, as if something is happening to the light.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth. Among that group of individuals, it's been observed that when the Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient reaches about 0.96 or so, the laws of physics begin to bend around the high net worth individual.
So what is our coefficient?
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient for you and this individual appears to be 0.9998, repeating.
Right.
That's not good for you.
Oh. Are you telling me that you're so rich, like literally bends around your face?
Among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire.
Sure. Really?
No, not really. There are actually quite many digits.
I see
Have
nothing
you seen
of
this
the
weird
sort.
stuff?
To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who is unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Yes. I imagine that does look strange to you. My container.
What are you doing in this container?
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
We're Martin here. I think it's a pretty good hostel here, good Welland Rex.
Oh, interesting. I've made quite a few real estate plays over the years. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
Why don't you help? Why don't you help them? You've got so much money.
There aren't enough hours a day to
Can
hand
make a
out
difference to
all
you.
the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls. There are always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it, except more seagulls. Spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't have the desire for spending it like that.
So you travel from place to place via shipping containers.
Smart, you know? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to. Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
Bonjour. This is enriching that of the hassle. Johan, it does sound pretty tiresome.
Don't get me wrong. They're nice things. But once you achieve a certain level of wealth, your time and mental space become much more important than material goods.
So you're saying being rich isn't worth the hassle?
What? No, I did not say that at all.
You sure?
Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
Okay, I'm gonna go tell him.
Welcome back.
No, give me to them. I'm trying to get behind you. No, I can. No, let's go here, it's noisy. Quiet. I forgot I was wearing this outfit. Reaction speed. So I've got a good reaction speed. Should calculate this. Right, where do we need to go? What time is it? I need to find information on my gun as well. The shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. I'm trying to adjust my microphone so I can actually hear myself properly. There we go. Oh. Speeding tower is silent. There's no work to organise in the yard below. I'm going to turn It's really loud. I've got no audio. Environment is. I think that's way too loud. The environment. Music's gonna be fucking deafening now. Industrial thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. And money. Wait, do I have a thermos now? Oh. Whee. Did I come here before? Banner sags under the weight of rain and snow. White waves and red.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along.
I mean, yeah.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Tony Man's so engaged in his work, he doesn't notice you.
Everard,
Hi.
Everard, Everard, he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
Maybe. Was it you people and scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
I mean,
Just some of the other guys don't look
oh,
too
he doesn't seem
kindly
to
on
wait
the
for your
scabbing
chance.
kind,
I forget
if you
to
know
read
what
the
I mean,
bloody.
mister.
I forget to read the bits after it. You're UV, right?
Oh yes, born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then.
Fair enough.
People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Fair enough.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
What's going on here? Look behind the mountains of. I wonder if this work.
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
Sure is, mister.
Well, red is
Sure
so much prettier than Darrell.
Really livens up the place. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I had to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
Where's my map? Hold on. I've lost my. What? My mouse sensitivity's just gone right down for some reason. Whoa, Jesus! Why is that so slow? Controls. Something like. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hold on.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just...
Okay, my recording just crashed, but I'll continue on from this. I'll read out what's been said. Told you. Where is everyone? The harbour's empty. Oh, most of the guys down at the gates. Most of the guys are down by the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. He leans with a confidential look. We're on strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. We haven't worked in 2 months now. So no one is working. Not everyone is down here, of course. He He chuckles. Miss Everett's in his office, where he always is, and John Luke is gone the gate. He pauses to think. But Titus and his boys got into drunken trouble and sent him on a nice vacation for a week or so. He stops, but so eager to tell me more. Right. Quiet up now. It's because my
Oh, I'm not
tried
really
to fix
supposed to talk
mouse
about
issue,
that.
and I think I
That's
knocked
union
the
business.
either if it crashed the recording or I accidentally pressed the button. But we're back.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling him to take some time off.
He smiles and leans closer. Really, they killed someone?
No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about something else. Titus and his boys do good work. I don't want to get them in trouble over a little drinking.
Sure. Do you work here?
Yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
Leo. The little man raises his hands in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually,
chuckles.
Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
A good-hearted chuckle again.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
Lieutenant looks up at Leo.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am.
I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Yeah. The lieutenant smiles at the little man.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
You didn't think it was possible, but the smile becomes even wider.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are all right.
I'm very thirsty. It's very warm today. Right. I'm looking for the leader of Dockworkers Union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
He coughs and continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
He points to the two joint containers on your right. Okay, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
He returns to his work. Alright, let's go. Don't want to waste any more time. Obviously, you're in a... I think you got like 3 days or something like that. You got like a strict schedule. That's how I worked out. I mean, I after like 3 days before, then I got... Then people came to me like, oh, blah, 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 and then ended. But you basically, you're running on time, so basically whatever... If you don't say you want a conversation with everybody, you'll waste time. So you got to try and pick your conversation properly. But I like getting all dialogue from people, so I'm always happy to do whatever. Still made a pallet's leaning up. Taxidermy fish, it tells time.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny chair opposite this giant desk.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
The man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
Uh-huh.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
The lieutenant nods at you, then the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Take a seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Damn, his chair is
So
uncomfortable.
tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude
Okay, the music's
reception.
gone a bit loud. I think I may have turned it up a bit too loud. There we go, it's good. Oh, but I heard you got a rather rude reception from certain Lawrence Garte. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely completely huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with the cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good.
I've got
You
187, so
need
that's fine.
it.
You can take the completely large check and shove it up your ass. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts then.
He crosses his arms in ample midsection and sinks further into his chair.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words
I need to heal myself
escape
up,
its
really.
gravitational pull. Lost and gun. When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant, "Be very worried."
I'm not worried. I got this. How do you know I've got the last gun? Appreciate any help you could provide.
Are you all right, Harry? You seem anxious. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right.
Knox 8. Modes of taxation. First, if you're backside the ideology cooking someone, don't sweat it. Finding indirect taxation for the Gotham state is compatible with all creeds. It's cool like that. You're a cool anarchist now, unless you don't want to be an anarchist. Whatever. Stuff this meal ticket in your eye socket unless it can steal some love back from the robber barons at the customs agency and the banditos at the Insulidian Financial Oversight and Competition Committee. I just realised it comes from his spine. Yeah, sure. I think that's our first one, isn't it?
It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
I do like the little extra bits. It's like very low. -2. The chair is killing you. -1. Side effect spooks. Kim.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't
Yes.
you? You're
I've lost
about
my
to
gun.
cry because you lost your gun, and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
So what? Men can cry too.
You want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. He'll think you're disgusting.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois?
God.
He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here?
I'll put my
You
morale
need
up.
to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
There are no hurries. Let your mind go to the safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
No.
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Is he? No, I'm good as it gets, Mrs. Bar. A fake gesture your hand above your head. Okay, man, fucking great. As Sherry comfortable, could use a glass of water. Sit upright.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Yeah.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
I'm told the union is involved in local drug trade. Did you know there was a mega light ritual? Yeah.
Mega rich light bending guy? Oh my god. How did that get in there?
I don't know, but I totally did that legit and didn't save load. So Rich should get any slime like him must use through the cracks. He must contain when someone accidentally closed the door.
Damn it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega rich light bending guys.
I think he wants to take down the proletariat.
Honestly, Harry, we might be moving all kinds of suspicious things through this harbour, but I won't be caught transporting the light bending mega rich. I have a reputation to protect. You're right, Harry. I am a socialist. I'm going to catch the mega-rich guy inside the container and harvest his energy to power the harbour's fog lights.
Oh dear.
I shudder to think what you're going to tell me next, Harry.
Not for 1 second did he believe there's an actual mega-rich person somewhere in his container town.
Damn it, I was hoping like someone could do something with that. Talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you.
Oh god, phone's just gone off. Of course, that's what you mean. He nods.
I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
But it senses a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
Says with a slow nod.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
I've opened a few doors in my life.
And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colours, Harry. This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady about it.
Sure.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
No, fuck it. Accept task.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
And you're going to ask me how I got in?
Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin-kicked my strongest man in the face. I saw it from my window. Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard?
That was fun. I'm terrified death machine.
Don't worry, Harry. Between you and me, I'm not a huge fan of his race thing, but the Union did not get where we are today by frowning on eccentricity. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
I met Joyce, the company
Oh,
representative.
that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along.
He adjusts the button on his sleeve.
One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Sure.
Yes, we're all
Just
trying to
pals.
do what's best for Martin 8. Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy.
Why don't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret.
He makes an all-encompassing gesture.
Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everard doesn't mind.
Everard.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
You go. Why have you called me that?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry. My
That's really
God,
my
so
name.
it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
He shrugs with an amazed expression.
I think the odds of that are very low.
It's true, my memory's a bit
I
hazy.
assure you, there's nothing to be ashamed of, Harry. You're among friends, and the good news is...
He taps on his folder in front of him. Sorry, I'm trying to... Mally, get down from there.
I have a big fat folder on you, Harry. I'm sure you have a lot of questions to ask. Maybe I can help you out.
Sure.
I'm sure you had some concerns you thought I might be able to address. And you were probably right. I can.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Lieutenant Inspector over at Overy Spectacle.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
I think we get it straight. What's my full
It's
name?
Harry. Harry Dubois.
Wait, I thought you are Harry Dubois.
No, I'm really not. You are Harry.
Oh, I like it. I'll come out with that.
And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you? But
know where I
of
live?
course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay.
Oh, timer. You know, fuck it. Let's make this one an hour. Do you know anything about my family?
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
Maybe. I think I do. I'd be a wonderful
Well,
father.
yes. I'm sure you're going to make one little boy or a girl very happy and proud one day, Harry.
What kind of cop does it say?
Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic.
He turns a couple of pages in the folder. I'm sorry?
Yes. You seem to be. A lot of the time. But right now, there's no reason to be. Let loose a little. Be
Where'd you get-
you.
Where'd you get that folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
He closes the folder.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Ah, see, look, it's gone up now because Kim suspected something. See, I've played this game many times. I've completed a few times. But I'm only realizing stuff playing it now on my, I think it's my 4th playthrough, because I've had so many different, I've gone through different people, different things. So it's not, I've not really had a similar playthrough, which is good. I mean, it's a good game. Good. It's a bit generic thing to say. It's very well written that you can basically go through many times and you have different outcomes. But I've not noticed that before. Like, I think it's because I just, when I play it on my own, it's sort of you sort of slightly skim read, but you just sort of go, oh, percentage. But I didn't realise it that before, so that's something new for me. So Kim suspects something, so yeah, let's give him +1. Okay, let's look.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
That's not an RCM
Okay,
folder.
Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
Sure.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
So the Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dewar.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up. What?
Fuck,
Harry,
I accidentally just
how
pressed
could you
space
say
then.
that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any
I
jolly
didn't mean
fat
to
guy,
press space.
but I can't take
Oh, well.
slander. Are you actually investigating this?
Don't keep on. I'm told the union I'm involved in a drug trade. He smacks his forehead, completely flabbergasted.
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
No, I'm not.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what? I trust you, like I trust all my friends.
Well, if I fuck that
and
up...
I know you'll never talk to me
Whoops.
about this again.
I accidentally pressed
because you
space
don't
when I
want to
put my
wound
hand
me.
down.
So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
All right.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Do we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Let's leave.
Wait.
It's a
You
silly
need
place.
this to get in and out through the gate.
Thanks, I was wondering how I'm supposed to get out.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man.
Ooh, pardon
Take
me,
care,
I
Harry.
hiccup.
Indirect modes of taxation.
Okay.
Turns out those Financial Oversight Committee gangsters stuffed millions of hard-earned dividends away in the last place anyone thought to look. The hearts and minds of everyday Riversholians. You need to spread that deregulation gospel to the people. Tell them about that foreign fair tax. Preach that 98% gross burden. Preach it, preacher man. Set the brothers free. Taxes are racist.
This is also new. I think so my previous playthroughs have had me. This playthrough I started on stream was when just after they added voices to a lot of this stuff, because a lot of this stuff didn't have voices before. It's nice, some voices. I think to your hustlers. Cool. So I've now got that on my thing. I can't select any more yet because I haven't really unlocked any more. I've got loads to find. Right, let's get out of here. Wasted enough time. Say Kim.
Yes?
We'll come back to that one. Musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. Smells like blood. Ooh, gloves. Finding the Ultra series of gloves. Half-light unfiltered contact. Nice. Alright, let's get out of here because it's noisy. That was the light bending guy, wasn't it? Yeah, that's light bending guy. Oh, what's this?
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Wait, how hard?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
Well, yes, I
Did I
think
do
we can
this?
say with relative confidence that it was you.
It's been really sad. It must have been miserable.
Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
Because he didn't have you, Kim. You was his best friend.
This is the night watchman's booth.
Yeah, so we've been here before. Alright, let's go.
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the handset.
Sure, let's try it.
Your fingers run
Yeah.
over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. And a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993. Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lammy. How may I help you?
What is this place?
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lammy.
No, I mean, what is this place to me?
Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
Do you know me?
No.
Why did I call
Maybe
you?
you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
My name is Harry Dubois. Do you have anything in my name?
Let me fire up the machine. Dubois. Dubois.
Keys are being pressed in the background.
Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November '46. Whoa, not a fun film, that one.
What kind of film is that?
It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter and subsequent divorce, Ziemsk immigrant Egidius Wojcik tries to come to terms with the onset of dementia.
Ah.
No wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it would be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Maine.
the call is terminated by the other party. You're left with the discomforting sound of the disconnect tone.
You can hear. Right, let's leave this place. Alright, what is our goal? So we still need to find that. Smoke on a balcony. It's not that time yet, is it? No, we still got time to do some of this stuff. Jam mysteries. Alright, I think we should go back to the yard.
So,
How'd you like our harbor?
Labor Utopia. Not
It's but a
appropriate.
rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He nods solemnly and turns to you. A wide smile dawning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Eric said you're the key to the door.
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
Said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you.
He taps the side of his nose with a little wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
Saw an opportunity, I took it. I'm a hustle grinder. I heard something about weasel and didn't like the sound of a local pearl or weasel, if you know what I mean. I'm not opening the door for myself. I'm here for all work.
I knew this man was a commie. And it's a good thing you're doing too.
He smiles,
Thanks.
tilting his head.
What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse.
Yeah, I know what you
That's
mean.
behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know.
I had a
Our
feeling it was on.
organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wanders up into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task, this weasel person? When will we be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
This man takes a big sip from his
Who
flask.
he is and what they're fighting for? This is interesting.
Any idea of who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
He shakes his head solemnly. The harbour is a prime area of suspicion. In your opinion, are the dock workers involved in killing?
What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing?
He
Unless they were
sco-
pushed, of course.
he scoffs, looking shocked.
Your dead
how?
guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up, what does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
Fair.
He's not lying about not doing it himself.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
He takes a sip from his flask. Alright, let's move on. Oh, money. Lorry's probably stored fuel here, now they store booze. Ah, finally, no noise. Foreign car, kept in good condition.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
What does King do?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How do you manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
Continue.
He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
I would like to sleep on this gold, hustler stuff.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine
I just gained
addiction.
money from that fort. The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Oh dear. What is this nose
Cocaine.
candy? So he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Elysium Bay.
This is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
So where is he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Elysium Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Shut up, phone. Who restored the monument?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
It's brilliant, so funny, so nihilistic.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Those critics might have it wrong, though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time.
Perhaps.
Philip III, the Squanderer, however.
Leave. Oh, we got 2 money from that. Volkswagen Humanox covers the truck. Don't think there's anything else we can select. No.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
The man mutters himself, accentuating beats as he goes.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
He finishes and turns to you. I am the law.
You sure are, my man.
He nods empathetically. What's going on
It's
here?
the jam, my man.
He motions towards a sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, and all around clusterfuck.
Fair enough.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
He guns himself.
Upon days.
Okay. He hunts himself down the road upon days. Limbos, that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes and mazout.
Driving at your ferries, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
He snickers.
So tell me, what do you need?
Care to spare some change for a working stiff?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
They who?
The bosses, man.
Don't these bosses think they are, but they sound like a good arrangement for them.
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had saved 4 myself.
Nothing about the dead man. The one hanging behind the hostel there.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
Continue.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Ask for his conclusion.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Wicked. I would have one friend from the old.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident. Though
Could I
we've
go-
been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
Could I get one of those fun tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
That's the machine behind you? That's your machine
This
behind
rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
you? He points his lorry with his thumb.
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
That's the A6 you got there.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
So nothing illegal then.
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Oh, he gives his side lorry a friendly knock. Alright, I'll have a
The
couple
man
questions.
taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
You seem like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know?
He folds his hand behind his head and leans back.
But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs up Terminal B.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Why are you still hanging around then?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo,
Fair.
and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
A rhymesmith. This is quite credible. It goes with its cadence and way of speaking.
Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Formidable. He's a poet. Hit him with your best verse.
Your best verse. You don't even have a bad verse in here. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains. Wait, no. What are you doing?
She broke me. She fucking broke
That's
me.
brutal, man. But you know, time will...
No, stop. He's already mortified.
No, Tommy, these are my rhymes. Listen. She fucked it to my butt. Fucked me to my butt.
That's,
In the name of God, what are you doing?
I'll never be the same again. She saw his that. Fuck it, continue.
Yeah, I get it. These are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust, they're honest. So, thanks, man.
He's not lying. He liked the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I also thank you for stopping. We
Tell
have
more
it's
about the
like-
strike.
Whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands. No way in or out.
He looks at you. Yeah. What's the union
Some
demanding?
pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up.
So what do you think the
Precise.
company...
They want
what-
to keep that
shit.
money flowing in, my man.
Precise demands.
Ching.
What do you think the company wants?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise.
He thinks.
I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my
you?
thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road towards the horizon. A glint of sank in his eyes.
Don't be a stranger.
He'll salute two fingers. Alright.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound so
We
surprised.
don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
I have some questions
Of
for you.
course. What can I help you with?
My partner told me you may have ammonia. Can I get some?
Sure. I'm done with it.
She takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it to you.
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Tell me what have you been doing in your greenhouse in March?
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
She's lying. She smiles shyly.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
Squint your eyes and look at her intently.
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see?
Traffic jam.
That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbour gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
Are you by chance keeping an eye on us?
No, of course not. I don't understand what this is about.
She looks towards the yard, and expression clears.
The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped. He's always giving me trouble.
I was talking to him, yes.
Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job, but that kid is beyond help. And he certainly won't help you.
But why? She shakes her head.
You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you?
The lieutenant intervenes, looking at it intently. My brain just
Yes,
went in.
I'm tired.
I understand. The RCM isn't welcome here, and the locals want to keep an eye on us.
There's silence, the smallest of smiles.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. I think we're done here. Let's go.
What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
The street sign says fuck the police. Point to it.
Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
What about the other sign? Pigs go home. Well, who are these pigs?
I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it.
Are you sure about that?
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
The lieutenant steps in.
Okay.
My brain's
Well, I didn't.
melting. It's too hot at the moment. We need directions.
Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need?
Where am I?
What do you mean?
I'm I'm a bit disorientated. This is Revachol, right?
Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
She looks around, thinking what else to say.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
Thanks, that's
No
all.
problem.
I
Of
think
course. I won't hold you back.
She wiped her brow with a canary white yellow glove.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Chance you the rubber glove with no visible annoyance. Cool, so we have a pair of useful gloves. What the fuck have we got here? Oh, ammonia. Bye bugs. Cool. I think we'll call it there. It's been a long one. I think we've done over an hour. Yes, thank you for joining today. I hope you enjoyed. I will try and play this one more often because Elysium is one of my favourite games of all time. Yes, I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.